Hi and welcome to Coding with Jesse. I'm Jesse Skinner, and today I'm going to continue working on my website, codingwithjesse.com. I have NodeMon app running, listening to my Node server. I have Webpack running here with npm run dev, and I'll just switch over to my code. And today I'm going to work on my ad page. So I have here add post working, and basically, well, I was considering using Ajax to send this data to the server, but on second thought, because it's so simple, it's a form, I figure why not submit it directly to the server without using Ajax. I've been using Ajax with single page applications for a long time. I haven't actually done this kind of simple submit form with Node.js and Express before, so even though it's kind of the old school way of doing it, it's actually going to be kind of new for me. Yeah, kind of retro. So what I'm going to do is have a look at the form. I'm going to tell it to use post and tell it where to go. So in this case, I want to go to admin. Let's see, admin post ad. Actually, I'll just leave it blank, which is to say submit to the same page. And then what I'm going to do in my Express, I guess it's an app controller admin. So in here, I have get, add post is, this is my API. So I have, I get it. So I need to add post/add as a post endpoint. Because how this works is anything that isn't in this list just gets sent to the browser, to the React client-side stuff. So I'm going to add an endpoint. And I have this API endpoint because I thought I was going to use Ajax to hit this. But instead of that, I'm going to make it this, post add. So that's the same URL I'm on here, admin post add. So when I submit to this URL, it's basically gonna work just like how I thought my API endpoint would be. So that should work. But I guess the one thing I need to do is then redirect back to get. So it's gonna basically it's gonna do the post and then do a redirect. So instead of sending back the ID, which is what I thought I would do, this is when it's successful. Then what I'm going to do is redirect. How do you do a redirect in Express? So Express response redirect. It's basically like a location header I want to do. Location header. Location response. Set header. I can see it right here. So I'll just do that. So it should be response.set header. I want to set the location header, and I want to set it to, I guess, admin posts. Actually, I want to go back to the list. So I'll just go back to admin. So I'll say successful redirect to admin homepage, I guess. Or index, let's call it. So does that work? I don't know. Let's find out. So first post. Testing first post. I want to open up my console before I submit because I want to see what's happening. I'm going to go to the network panel. I'm going to click preserve log so I can see everything that happens between requests. And now add post. And that's kind of cool. I mean, it must have worked. So very cool. But if I look at add down here in my console, let's make that a bit bigger. I can see that it did a post. It did the right URL. And I'm actually getting a SQL error that I don't know. Could it be that my database isn't running or something like that? I'm just guessing here. Should be root coding with Jesse. show tables. Yeah, I have my post table there. So is it that it's a parse error? Is it that my query ended up being wrong or something? Let's search. Google is my friend, so. What is error number 1064? It's probably just that I have a bad query. I've tested it. I thought it was fine, but let's see. So in my post model, add, insert into post, set question mark on params. Maybe params is, I don't know, not what I thought it was. So how about I do console.log request.params, and I'll say params, and then if I refresh, I should be able to go back to my here. Oh, params is empty. Well, that would explain it. So it's trying to submit an empty object, and that's failing. That makes sense. So why is it empty? I think I know. I think it's because I don't have any names on my inputs. Oh, I do. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Why don't they get sent then? Oh, I see one thing here I need to change. I have 4 here. That needs to be HTML4 because it's React. That's just a little side note. Okay, so why don't my inputs have names? I mean, they do. So why don't they get sent? Let's refresh. Try again. Thanks. And if I submit now, it still fails, and my params is still empty. Oh, maybe params isn't what I want. I'm kind of a noob when it comes to Express, so I have a feeling, it's not a very good feeling, but maybe request.params is not where my post parameters will be. Maybe those are URL parameters, and I don't have any. So I'm gonna log request and see, refresh. Oh, okay, so I have a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to scroll up. A lot of it seems to be really internal stuff. All these underscores, nothing I'm doing. But I want to look for the words where I typed. So I'll just keep scrolling until I see something jump out at me. There's a ton of stuff here. Here's some headers. Here's more headers. Here's other stuff. Wow. It almost might be faster to just read the documentation. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see. So what was the words I typed? Thanks. So maybe I can just search for thanks. No, I don't have a way to search my terminal. Alright, let's just search the docs. So express post parameters. Post query parameters. Stack Overflow tells me that it is query. Query seems weird. No. Oh, they change. Body-parser. You have to use body-parser? That seems... Oh, there's like a body request, and then you have to parse it. Wow. So I should use like middleware that parses out my... Wow. URL encoded, I guess. This seems like a lot of work. I'm surprised that this doesn't come up in... Here's the Express 4 API. Okay. So post parameters or request body. Yeah, they recommend, or they talk about using body parser. So how about I add that to my index? Actually, let's just start off by looking at what body is right now. So request.body. Body. So if I resubmit, my page. Body's undefined. Wow. Wow. Body is undefined. So that just seems weird to me. Oh, by default it is undefined. So you gotta use like body-parser for some reason. Alright, I'll use body-parser. So I gotta install it. So I'll go over here npm install body-parser and save that. And then at the same time I'll add it to my where I create my app. And then let me just copy. So I think I want this one. Multi-part. No, I think I want this URL encoded one. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I do. So I'll paste that in there. And then if all works okay, then I should be able to see my parameters over here when I refresh. Yep. That worked, but I still get the same error, which is too bad. But at least that part works. So I've added the ability to have post parameters in my server, which is cool. Kind of important. If I'm going to use post at all, I need to have this body parser thing. I had no idea that it's something you'd have to do extra. Now the big question is why? Because I'm still using request.params. So if I switch that to request body, get rid of that. Is this gonna work? And we're done. It's waiting. It's loading. It's not erroring. It is. Anything happening here? Nope. It's just loading. Oh, is it because I did something wrong? Like I didn't send? Oh, yeah, you know what? It probably is that. Probably have to like send nothing. Yeah, let's try it again. Dupe error. Dupe entry. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. Well, it's not a great thing. What happened is that it did work, but now I have a duplicate entry because I said my slug has to be unique. Let's try another one. So second post. This is the second post. And I will add post. And, well, I didn't get an error. What did I get? So if I look at my network tab, I got it posted. In my response headers, I got location. And why didn't it go there? That's pretty weird. Is location not what I meant to do? I thought it was location. Why didn't it redirect? So let me debug that and then I'll consider that done. Actually, let's do it in a future video. So like, just to double check, it did enter into my database. If I look, I'm pretty sure, if I look in the database, select star from posts. Yeah, so I do have the 2 posts. So it is, kind of working. But yeah, in the next video, I'll try to debug this and maybe, I want to end up back on the list page and actually see these showing up in the list. So thanks for watching.